Get rich, get girls, gain status, become famous. That's what all masculine men do, right?
Huh?
Aren't you tired of that lie? What the world tells you is very far from true masculinity. The purpose of a man isn't to be some clown crying about how he's gonna grind to get rich. This may sound weird in today's reality, but the purpose of a man is to serve. To be the builder of his society, the brother to his people, or the head of his family. Today's self-improvement is far from traditional masculinity. It promotes modern masculinity, which is built on selfishness, uncontrolled desires, lack of critical thinking, and illusionary happiness. We hoped for self-mastery, but what we got is artificial, red pill-based self-improvement, or rather, self-clownification. Modern self-improvement will make you seemingly more masculine, but deep within, you'll still only be a man-child. It will make you look like a dangerous man on the outside, but deep within, you'll remain a boy full of insecurities. That's what being an alpha male is about. So, how do we fix that? To be a true man, you need to be both a tough man and a good man. A tough guy, and also simply a good person. Red pill has something good in it. It promotes mental toughness, but a man who is only a tough man is still more of a clown than a true man. Red pill does a good job with things like discipline and partly the grind culture. It gives you something to chase, instead of letting you stay a nihilist or a black pillar. But it gives you the wrong thing to chase. It will never give you the crucial things such as a moral spine, love or humility. Red pill's purpose is to make you rich, but the purpose of a true man is to build a better world. When you mature from a boy to a man, you stop being selfish and narcissistic, and you finally realize that there are things more important than your existence. A true man embraces righteous moral principles. For example, Christian or Stoic principles. He has nothing to prove to anyone. He doesn't see anyone as better or worse. He is humble, and instead of feeling resentment towards society, he tries to love his neighbor as he loves himself. He doesn't steal, cheat, lie or deceive. He chases virtue. Being a good and a virtuous person is much more important for him than being rich or whatever. He loves himself, loves other people, and loves God. And his masculinity is not in his looks, or even in how much testosterone he has. It is in who he is. A short, skinny guy can be much more masculine on the inside than a 7 feet tall bodybuilder with a face more dangerous than Jocko Willink's is. Of course, not trying to say anything wrong about Jocko. Dude is great. I still am far from being a man I described in this video. I still often act like a boy, and am unempathetic. I still often feel hatred instead of loving other people, and I still often care too much about my desires, rather than about what's really important. And therefore, I'm not gonna give you a clear solution on how to become a man you're supposed to become. And frankly, such solution doesn't really exist. It is different for everyone. It is about maturing. But what I think you and I should do in order to get closer to the ideal is to live humbly, know that we're all equal, and therefore know that no one is either better or worse than you, live virtuously in accordance to our conscience, stay away from cheating or lying, and be more or less independent from your desires. Also knowing that true happiness is never in worldly things. You can still chase things like money, fame, status or friends, but you should know that they are not your main purpose. And you should never act unethically to achieve those things. I myself work out, learn about business, try to make friends and try to achieve some worldly success. Those things are allowed, as long as they don't own you. And also, know that you can be happy without them. They will never satisfy you, because contentment, satisfaction and happiness are more or less in your mind, rather than your surroundings. And it's not like you can't try to look more masculine on the outside as well. I myself try to get bigger with physical training and put conscious effort to talk deeper than I naturally do. Of course, without exaggeration, I'm still doing it in a natural manner. I mean, I don't talk like this, right? And if you watch some of my videos from a few years ago, well...
Let's face it, most people are weak. Why are they like that?
I guess that's a glow up. I still often act differently than the way I described to you, but we all often fail. The purpose of this channel is to help both of us become better people. If you feel like this video will make you a better person, don't be shy. Go and slash the subscribe button into million pieces. Likes or comments are also appreciated. Thanks. This will probably be unexpected to many of you, but if you want a perfect example of a true man, it is Jesus, both from the theistic perspective and the atheistic perspective as well. As Christian, I believe that Christ is the Son of God, but even if you don't believe, his words and actions clearly spoke for themselves. Some people may see him as a hippie, but they don't really know anything. He was both a tough man and a good man. He fiercely rebelled against the religious authorities of his time and relentlessly spoke against them because of their hypocrisy, to the point in which they decided to crucify him, even though they had no right to, because he was innocent. And he constantly spoke about love to one another. He loved everyone, even his enemies. In a world full of unrighteousness, he was the one to remain righteous, and despite seeing much evil among people, he never resented anyone. He didn't hate the people he spoke against, he hated the sins they were committing. And I believe that he did the highest act of love and the most masculine thing one can do. It is, he died for us. Regardless of what you believe in, the question is, will you be able to become a strong, righteous and loving person even if the whole world tells you not to? Greater love has no one than this, to lay down one's life for one's friends. John 15:13. If you want to know something about how true self-improvement looks like, this video is what you're looking for. It's about how modern self-improvement got us tricked into the pursuit of our selfish desires and how different it is from true self-mastery. Thanks for your time. Growth is our duty. Bye.